Tell me what's the difference when tryna get it on your own. Born rash, yeah, gotta go and get rash long. Can't forget about the times I was hung out alone. Now I'm getting to the money and I'm rocking all these shows. Never mind the things, I'm pulling on, rocking on designer jeans. Fucking on the bitch, and you know she slipping all on the dick. Counting on the rash, yeah, I'm on my shit. Closer to the stars, how I life. What you gon' do, tryna give her 2 lives? On my knees, yeah, I'm tryna get it right. Fighting all the demons all around me. So what you gon' do is you gon' fight. Gotta be well protected. Separate all the wrongs in my life. Gotta be well respected. Keep a pistol on my side. Drive off in that Lexus. Swerve off and go get high. Tell me what's the difference when tryna get it on your own. Born rash, yeah, gotta go and get rash long.
Disclaimer. The opinions expressed during this podcast are conversational in nature and expressed only in comedic and entertainment purposes. Not all of the facts will be correct, but we attempt to be as accurate as possible. At least I think we do. My bad, y'all. Theater holds no liability over these conversations on this podcast, and using this podcast, you understand that it is solely for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy the damn show. Laugh, love, live, and smile more, because we about to.
Especially with me. Now, some of these other cats, I can't speak for them. But especially me, you roll up on me, bro. I want to show love. Why? Because I just said it. I wouldn't be here without you.
Can you hear that?
So I rock with the strength and conditioning coach. Why? Because the strength and conditioning coach be playing my stuff while the dudes is lifting weight. You understand? And that's the problem with some of y'all. Like, the reason why you can't blow up, one, you feel a certain way and you timid. Don't be timid. You have nothing to lose. But you got everything to lose if you don't go up and shoot your shot. Look, stop doing that. You see somebody, you see an opportunity, you deserve it.
It was in our feed.
You deserve it. Does that make sense? You deserve the opportunity. Go up and say something to them. And number 2, stop. Okay, I want to say this respectfully because I'm on camera. Stop admiring the girl at the prom that you didn't go there with and dance with the chick that brought you there. Now, I'm going to say that one more time. That's why a lot of y'all can't blow up. Because you going to the prom, homegirl coming in, she looking all good, you staring at her. She wouldn't bring you to the prom to save her life. If you was the last date, she wouldn't take you. But the chick that took you, you disrespected her. You wouldn't even doggone got to the prom without her. And that's what a lot of you doing. Like, you not rocking with your homie that believes in you. You trying to get somebody on TV to take a picture with you. Doggone take a picture with your grandma that's going to work every doggone day to try to help your... I'm just being real. That's why some of y'all can't blow up, because you worshiping people that ain't done nothing for you, and you're not pouring back into the people that's got your back. You run around here trying to take pictures with people that don't even respect you. But the people that respect you and trying to help you, you don't want to rock with them because they ain't celebrities. Stop doing that. Is that clear? So that's why I'm stopping to take a picture with everybody, because I know why I'm here. No disrespect. No disrespect to the NBA, the NFL, like some of them my dudes. But I don't go, I just want to take a picture with you because, I'm going to say this too, I gotta make sure I don't mess up. My team be getting on me all the time.
All the cameras.
Stop wanting to sit at tables with people you see on TV and build your tables with the people that you close to. Build your own tables. Y'all see Tyler Perry did it, build your own. Some of y'all see what Tyler Perry did. You like, I gotta go meet Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry didn't have to meet nobody. Tyler Perry looked in the mirror and met himself and said, yo, I'm in the car, but I ain't gonna be in no car the rest of my life. I ain't gonna be homeless. And he started right here doing plays, and now he got a studio bigger than everybody named Mama. Why? Because he loved himself, and he loved the people that was rocking with him. And when they was on stage, they was with him. When he did his shows, they was on it. Everywhere he's gone, he's taking them with him. Y'all trying to work with this group, but you trying to go worship that group. And you wonder why you ain't got no team. They sense that you will cut them as soon as you blow up. They see you ain't loyal to them like that. But when your CJ is the most important person in my life, I don't care about nobody else in business. I'm not trying to run up behind nobody else. C blew me up and made me #1 in the world. We're a multi-million-dollar company because of this kid. We own a solar company and real estate because of C. Now he's like, the next goal is I'm about to make you a billionaire. Why you think I'm gonna rock with somebody else? Stop doing that. Love yourself enough and the people that you next to. Y'all gonna be celebrities one day. Everybody gonna know y'all one day. But if you keep in the back, talk to me, bro. We don't got a lot of time. I'll let your boy. Good. Say that one more time. Let them hear that. They need to hear that.
One of my favorite quotes from you is a man who does more than he's paid will always be paid for more than he does. I built my business off of that value of that quote. I have a lot of your quotes on my wall, and I read them every day, not 5 times, but it's about to go.
Let's go. Well, you ain't got to read my stuff 5 times. Read your goals 5 times. All right. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to get worship like that.
My question with that is, what position in your life were you at when you thought of that, and then you've seen it happen?
So I went to Oakwood College, and when I went to Oakwood, when you come in, it say enter to learn. When you leave, it said depart to serve. So I was always taught that you're supposed to outserve everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, like that was the mantra. You enter to learn. Whatever you learn, you go back and you give it. You know, so I learned that at a very early age. And then I also realized when I started doing my work professionally that most people they're lazy, or most people won't work until, you know what I'm saying, until you do something for them. So you go in the mall, my man, you know, he's sitting there with the plate boy. He the only one. Everybody else, try fried rice. A little spoon boy for you. Try teriyaki chicken. You like, bro, I'm good on that. Like, I'm not hungry. You walk, my man's still with you like, bro, get this. I'm like, bro, I just told you I'm good. No. Orange chicken then. Try the orange chicken. I'm like, bro. Right? They doing more than everybody in that joint. They hungry, bro. A lot of them don't come from this. So when they get here, they take, and so you know what happened? $5.99 for you, $5.99. Bro, you wasn't even trying to eat like that, bro. Like you wasn't even hungry like that, right? And so I realized that they are going to tell you, I'm gonna let you try it first. And here's the deal. Some of y'all, for real, I feel you, but you can't have your own reality. Reality is reality. There are those of you giving out your stuff and people not taking it, that means it's not worth it. So now you just gotta go back to the drawing board and try it again. Does that make sense? Some of y'all be taking it.
I'm gonna stop right there because I can listen to him forever. Let me switch you back over because is you on there?
Yes, I am.
All right, we are back with another episode of You Don't Pay Me Enough to Care, and tonight we are on episode 28, and we are gonna be talking about entrepreneurships and all the ups and downs of what that is and what that means. And so what's going on, everybody? We got Joshua in the building, our cameraman. We got Am in the building. We got my nephew Izzy in the building. What's up, everybody? What's happening? We ain't filmed in about a week. So how everybody feeling? And
it's been a long week. Getting everything together kind of week. So
It's been a slow week.
Slow. Yeah, it's been kind of slow. It has.
Mm-hmm. Money been a little slow too, you know. This rain be putting people on a
whole nother trajectory.
Man.
But yeah, so everybody good.
Right. Blessed to be in this circle with y'all again, always.
Yeah, it's been a little minute. I be geeked up to do these little pods.
I know.
I wish I could do this shit every day.
The last time we
wait
had
till y'all
one,
see that blackish one.
We was lit.
I uploaded this on YouTube. Oh. All the shows is on YouTube. I finished doing all the edits and everything, so all the shows is up. What the fuck is actually uploading on YouTube right now? Ooh. But when I tell you, y'all see that blackish one?
We went in. That was a good show.
That shit was cray. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, but yeah, everything good though. So that's good. Everybody feeling good. New week. Mm-hmm. I got a new job, of course.
Oh, congrats.
How's that going?
Yeah.
It's all right. Job is a job.
You said what you mean it's hard. How did
I do get like 3.5 days off, so that's the plus side of it all. But other than that, it's boring. It's boring as fuck. But yeah, a job.
It pays the bills.
Yeah, it pays the motherfucking bills.
You can be a stripper now and it's a job.
Yeah.
Well, you can legally say it is.
Yeah.
Back then, niggas wasn't, bitches wasn't out here like.
Is you recording all of us on the cameras too? Oh, because
All three of them motherfuckers.
Okay. So
As you
yeah,
should.
y'all, let's get this show started. We got a lot to unpack here. Today, guys. Where do we want to start at? Okay, so like I said, we on Entrepreneurs. This episode 28. You put definition on.
Yeah,
I want to read the definition.
Yeah, I wanted to
Go
start
ahead.
with the definition
Go ahead,
because
let her read it.
I mean, when you talk about certain things, you always want a good
the floor.
backstanding from it. So it's entrepreneurship is the process of developing, organizing, and running a new business to generate profit while taking on financial risk.
Okay.
Yes, indeed, it's very a financial fucking risk. Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, for all the people out there that don't know what this show is about people that don't want to work a 9 to 5. That's why you hear people say you don't pay me enough to care. That's why I named it that. So for all you people out there that have your own businesses and y'all want to do be your own boss and take care of your own bills and do your own thing, I'm gonna tell you right now, this shit is not easy at all.
And definitely take
When
money to
you-
make money.
That and another thing is always you're gonna fail a lot. So don't think like coming out the gate you're gonna be successful. Cause I mean, well, some people do have success on their first go round, but it just depends on what it is and how you market yourself out there at the end of the day. What else? What did I wanted to say to that? Okay, so. You know how you hear these stories and they be like, I want to do this and I want to do this and I want to do that. Right. So, and they always say, well, I ain't got the money. Where do I start? I'm going to tell y'all right now, to be an entrepreneur, if you got the capital, that's fine. If you don't have to have the capital to start no business. The first thing is you need to come up with an idea. That's the first thing out the gate is your idea.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
And everything you do. You jot it down on a piece of paper, the wall, I don't give a fuck, a pillowcase, whatever. You write the shit down on what your ideal is. Once you get those ideas written down, you want to start. I hope I got my camera on me. Oh, God. See.
Come on.
Do I got my camera on me?
Kill the DJ.
I hope I got my camera on me when I'm talking, cameraman. Fuck. I want my 30 seconds of fame, like. But so you want to start, like I said, you want to start out with an idea. Whatever your idea is, you jot that down. Then boom. You say, how do I get this idea started? And then the main thing is you have to do your homework. Your research. I don't give a fuck if you get your ideas from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, books, people. You want to do as much research as you possibly can, guys, to get your ideas started and where you need to start at. And look at other people, how other people got started. That's always been a go-to for me. Like, I'll think of something and then I'll go look at other people and how they got started and what they did if they didn't have the money and this, that, and the third, and that'll help you out as well. So like I said, starting from nothing, you can always do it, guys. You just gotta put a little faith in God, whatever your beliefs is, and just go for it. Like, you
gotta believe in yourself too, though.
And definitely that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Gotta believe in yourself, and you got to
what's the word? People are
put the energy in the world for that to happen. Actually, guys.
But it's a word easily that people be easily discouraged, if that makes sense.
Okay, so yeah, let me tell y'all this right now. I'm gonna be speaking facts on this shit all day because, like I said, it is not fucking easy. Like, being discouraged is your challenge. You're gonna be discouraged probably a good 85-90% of the time of you building your business, like, because you're gonna go through those days where it's kicking up, it's going good, everything good. Then you're gonna have them down times when the shit is not going, and you like, damn, is this really gonna happen? Or you be thinking like, you ain't got enough support. And we gonna get on that in a minute too, as well. As far as support, you gotta support your motherfucking self, because you can't look for support in other people, because other people gonna do what they do, and you gotta do what you do what's best for you. So you're gonna have a lot of discouraging moments, a lot, So guys, like I said, you can't give up. That's rule number one. If you believe in it, go full throttle into it. Never give up on your dreams. So ask whatever you have.
So when you was starting this podcast, what was some of the things that you was discouraged about too?
Everything.
You just didn't think it was gonna kick off the way it do? Like, what was it?
Well, for one, when I first started out, I had cameras, but as far as like getting the money to get all of the other shit,
Right.
didn't know where that was gonna come from. I had an idea of what I wanted to talk about in the show by looking at other podcasters, because I was like, okay, well, they doing this and they doing that. I don't want my podcast to be like none of theirs. But I pick up certain little ideas, gems that they do that I'm like, oh, I can implement this in my show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So certain little things you will do. But as far as discouraging, it's a lot.
Shit, I bet.
It's a lot. Like, shit. Just today, I was discouraged. Like, okay, I got to do a show. But then it was like, man, I want this shit to pop off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
is everybody gonna show?
That part plays a part into it, because you got to think about it. When you have hosts and and one person don't show up, the energy be off. Especially, and then another thing is
everybody got a role. Like,
everybody had a job that they do. So if somebody don't show up, people be like, well, where is such and such? Like your viewers will be asking questions like that, like, why they ain't been on the show in a minute, like, and shit like that. So
stuff starts circulating. They kicked her out.
So another thing,
everybody got their own opinion of what happened.
Yeah. So another thing is when you actually have employees on your job and they don't show, it fucks up the momentum of it too. So you be feeling discouraged in that. You feel discouraged in what the hell you gonna talk about for the week, because I had that problem like two when I was texting everybody in the group chat.
Right.
I was sitting up there like, what the fuck we gonna talk about? Like literally like thinking about it. Then I couldn't even think of shit. Some shit just popped up, and this was what I came up with. This shit. Like, I was like, oh, okay, this is what the show about anyway. Let's talk about what the show is about.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that came up. That was a little discouraging. Like, it's a lot of discouraging shit that'll make you not want to do it. Like,
and then the no's, you keep getting no. So that kind of
So with all of that, what keeps you going?
Because I don't give up on shit I do.
Right.
Like, regardless regardless of what it is. I've had moments in my life where I'll start something and don't finish it. That was when I was younger. But now that I'm older, it's like, I'm not going to start nothing and not see it through.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of the things that I did let go in the past, I sometimes pop up in my head like, damn, what if I would have kept doing that? So I don't want to have like regret or like those thoughts of, I didn't
what
finish
if,
that.
like,
What if? I don't like that what if feeling. Like, so I always try to see shit through, like, regardless of what it is now. Like, even if I take a break from it, I'm like, okay, let's get back to it. Like, and there's nothing, you gotta motivate yourself at all times. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Nobody.
Definitely. You gotta be your biggest motivator, especially starting a new business, because you putting all the effort, all the energy, all the money into it. So it's coming from you. So you got to generate that positivity, that willingness to want to make this something better than what it is. So it's on up. It's always up and up.
Yeah, because I'm asking a lot of these questions because I was on the phone and I was talking to this girl about, because she want to start her own business too. But she's one of them type of people, like, she's very laid back, hella shy. And she deals with that that discouraging a lot, not being able to see herself through. So that's why I'm. But it's only so much that I know and I could tell her. So that's why I'm really asking these questions because, she
at the end of the day, she has to motivate herself.
Right.
Can't nobody do it for you. Like, and that's another thing. Let me say this, because another thing about being an entrepreneur, you're going to do it a lot by yourself. In the beginning, it's gonna be completely by your fucking self. Like, unless you got an up and up with some money in your hands, some people that invested in you to do this shit, and you got some backing, that's cool or whatever. But you still have to get that shit off the ground because it's your invention, it's your idea, it's your thoughts on how you want to see it through and what it looks like. Can't nobody go in your brain and take and try to figure it out. You have to show these people what it is. So at the end of the day, you really have to motivate yourself. Like, and talking to people sometimes, for real, it's okay to get those thoughts out and, not to keep them bottled in, whether you're stressing about it or whatever. But for real, sometimes talking to people can really fuck up your mental as far as, like, seeing it through. Like, sometimes you got to kind of be hush with it.
Right.
Like, just do the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've learned that, like, coming up. Like, when I start talking about stuff, when I know I have a plan and I'm trying to see my plan through, and then you tell somebody, it's like you kind of like, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you put like a hold or a halt on it from happening. Like, you speak it into existence, but then you saying it to people, and then they giving their energy input in it, and then it kind of like discourages you from continue to plan, because now you feel like you second guessing yourself because of what somebody's saying. They don't think it's reality, but you see it as that.
Right.
No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
My mother used to say that all the time. That's not reality. You thinking fantasy. Like, no.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Family and friends that's close to you is going to be your biggest downer.
Right.
Let me tell y'all right now, the most support you going to really, really get is going to be from complete strangers that don't know you, that don't even know your fucking last name, maybe not even your first name. Like, so your biggest supporters is going to be strangers. You can't go to family, you can't go to friends, and if they there, that's cool. All of that is cool if they there. But if they not, you're going to get all your support from whatever it is you're trying to do from complete strangers. Like, so, but what I want to piggyback off what you were saying is like how they be saying like it's not going to work, it's a fantasy. Let me tell y'all something.
Isn't that what a dream is?
Every dream I don't give a fuck if it's football, it's sports, newscasters, judges, lawyers, whatever it is that you're trying to do in life. And whatever you believe wholeheartedly in, that's what you want to do. That's your passion. And you got to find out what's your passion first. Because that's what's going to lead you to your success, is your talents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to take those talents and see them through. Like, So with that, it's like you can believe in something so wholeheartedly. And if that person don't see what you see, the first thing going to come out of their mouth is, oh, that ain't going to work. Because they don't get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean earlier when I was saying sometimes you have to just stay the self. Because, like, you can tell a person all your dreams and goals and aspirations and everything, and they'll be looking at you crazy as fuck. Like, what the fuck?
Like, nigga, do you see where you at now?
Like,
I do. But this is where I'm trying to be. So I need you to be more supportive. Right. That's where we lack a lot of our people becoming entrepreneurship is support. Like, when it comes to family and friends and stuff like that, we want the support from you. We don't need the 2 cents. We don't need even the investments, because we're getting that from the outside sources that are going to help us build our business or whatever we got.
Right.
Shit, all we want is you got to keep pushing.
Yeah.
And like I say,
pat on the back.
Like I say, guys, your biggest supporter is going to be yourself. Support yourself with whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah, because like, even though your friend Shy, like, shoot, what's her name? Summer Walker's like that. And she's like one of the biggest performers out here. She's a very introverted type of person. And there's a lot of people out here like that. They don't want to be out in the scenes, but they know what they want to do behind the scenes that can build them up.
Right.
Tell her to just do that. Find people that's in that same field.
And I don't want to tell her, I don't want to speak too much on like you know, because I don't know it all. And I don't want to tell her something and then she not follow through with that shit, because I said, like how you said, friends and family can say something to you and then it's like, now it puts you on a different path because like, oh, they said this.
Yeah, you
feel what I'm saying? So I be trying to be careful what I say to people, you know, because
only thing you can tell her is just listen.
I just
And
tell her
to go be around people that's like her.
I said, fuck what everybody else got to say about what you got going on. Do it for you. That's what I told her.
Yeah, that's easier said.
Yeah,
that's the part that I'm saying. Like when people say that,
they looking
you just look at it like, oh, okay, whatever.
They looking for outlets.
But in your mind, you really looking for an outlet, somebody to help you get this shit going, like whatever it is you're trying to do.
But with that, I say closed mouths don't get fed though.
Yeah. That's what you tell her.
If you need help, then you need to say that. Don't be beating around the bush. That people start businesses and need help too.
Yeah.
But it's up to you to suck down your pride and say that. Don't come to me and be venting and then I tell you this and then that's not what you want. So if that's the case, then she need to say that.
That is a good thing. That is where a lot of people, like even myself, in the beginning, we're talking a lot about what we want, how we want things to go, and there's no action brought forth.
Right.
So it needs to be a lot more action than what people want to do. So like you said, instead of being like, hey, fuck what everybody else saying, definitely that. But you know what? I know somebody, whoop-de-whoop. Like, it's always word of mouth. It's always who you know. It's always who you can network and who you can hook somebody else up with.
Right.
Like, even though you don't want to come off as if you like pump faking, like you the man and you know this, that person. It don't got to come off that way. Just, if you know people, like somebody who's in the industry and she trying to be in the industry, or I know people in the hair.
Keep talking.
Hair industry, and they can, you know, if she do hair, I know women who own shops. People like, shoot, right. I went to a hair show and got my hair done for free. Shit, you pay $180 for, because you know people and you helping other people do, you know, sell their product, get their business
and
out.
Make sure it's pushed all the way in, or you gonna be screwed.
You know, be a model for a product.
Okay,
like it's putting yourself, like he said, putting yourself in circles of people who do what you're trying to do.
Okay.
You hang with people who ain't doing shit, y'all gonna sit around and get high all day and not do shit.
And that's what that's one thing I be trying to touch on too, is in most cases, you are who you hang around.
Yes. Birds of a feather.
You feel me? All flock together.
Yeah.
Like,
that's just how it goes.
They used to teach us that in school too. You feel me? Your top out of 5 of your friends, you act just like 4 of them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they used to teach us that, and I would be like, nah, because I was in high school. I was the athlete who hanged around all the kids that was in the streets. So I'm
right. So you thought you was a hood nigga, and you really wasn't.
But on some real, I kept my grades up. I went to practice these was just my friends. Like, they just fucked with me more than these people did. And but I didn't understand what they were trying to tell me until after I got out of high school. And now I'm really getting involved with these motherfuckers. You feel me? So when you said that, now I understand, because they used to tell me that shit in high school. You are who you hang around. And I'd be like, nah, I'm this kid. I do this. Man, I promise you, graduation happened. I promise you, 2 weeks later, I'm already into so much shit. So I get what you're saying by that. I do.
Hanging with who you want to hang with.
And that's another thing. When you become when you're trying to follow your goals and your dreams and stuff, like, you really, that's the hardest task, is to cut out all the bullshit.
That's what we should have put on there.
I'm gonna talk about
the cutting out.
You gotta cut out so many fucking people,
and it be the people that you think is the closest to you.
All the closest people. I'm talking about your parents. If they ain't trying to go the route you going, or they don't see what you trying to do, or they ain't supporting it, you can't be around them. Your friends and all that shit. That was one reason why I left Cincinnati, because none of them seeing nothing of the shit I was trying to do. A lot of them support. Don't get me wrong. A lot of them do support, but they weren't going in the same direction I was going. So,
and then people try to.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't hard for me to leave. You know what I mean? Some people, they get so stuck in their ways, and they get stuck in these, like, just fucked up ass ways of thinking, if you ask me. You gotta be very open minded to this shit. But at the end of the day, you gotta cut out everybody. I'm talking about love relationships. Like when I was dealing with the artists, I told them you can't have no relationship. Because that is the worst thing as an artist in the beginning when you're trying to get your career as far as being an artist. Because you got to also think about, what if you blow up right now and you got to go on tour for 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You can't be in no fucking relationship. And what, you gonna drag her, he or she along, or the kids or whatever? Like, you can't do that shit in the beginning anyway.
And that's still gonna be a hassle because then you gonna be doing you, and they still
worried
gonna
about
be
them.
Like so, it's like when you even dealing with music shit. Like as an artist, you can't really deal with no relationship in the beginning. I always tell them, wait till you get the money 1st, and you can go sit by a house, move your family in it. Then you have somewhere to go home to. And then you can take care of home and a playhouse and all that shit. But in the beginning, fuck no. And that goes for every, depending on what your circumstances is. Like,
because I will say I do love the whole, like, people used to question like Gucci and Keisha Kaur, like how they used to travel together, and she was always like his main girl performing, like dancing on the stage with him at his shows. Beforehand, he didn't do that. He had a whole different way he went about his set. Then when he came back out and he had her, it's like, yeah, I'm going to stick with what got me locked down and got me back out here on the stage. And it worked for them.
Right.
Even with having kids, but you got to find that main person that can back you like that. And that was part of what dude was saying in the affirmation in the beginning. Like, if you're going to do it with somebody who's like-minded, like sound, y'all on the same path to the same goal.
Right.
E.T. the hip-hop producer, E.T. the hip-hop preacher, please go check him out on YouTube, y'all. He has a serious, extremely following, and he's a dope ass motivational speaker. So yeah,
definitely.
Just want to give him a shout out because I'm always
shout out, respect.
But yeah, you have to really, really know, you have to cut out so much shit, and it can be kind of hard too because it's like you want your friends and your loved ones around when you want to come up and you trying to do this and that. You like, oh, I want everybody to be around and I want everybody to we all do this shit together and all this other shit. No, that's not the reality of life.
Because as soon as stuff you start making moves, here come people with their hand out. Or they got issues that you gotta take on because
yeah.
What's the first thing that you change?
Right.
Not even, and that's when you make it, the you change bullshit. Yeah. But before you make it, they hanging around because they trying to see your downfall. If
and
you
niggas prayed on my downfall.
Yeah, it be on some of that. Like you be like, damn, like you not really around for the cause for real. For you really here because you trying to see me fuck up. Because in they whole demeanor and everything, it be a lot of what's the word? Negative movement they be doing, and you be just seeing little weird shit like the fuck.
Why do motherfuckers like? Why do people waste their time waiting on the next motherfucker to fall down? Like that makes no sense.
It's the easy way out for them.
Hate.
It's the easy
but
way
I've never understood that shit. Like
it's hate.
Get yourself some motion. Why you waiting on me? Why would I wait on you?
Because they ain't got shit going on.
Or they don't have the ambition or ability or the skill that you have to get to where you're going. When people have, like, when you are set in your purpose and what God put you here to do and be a part of in this world, those type of people, they like I said, they just piggybackers. They just there to, one, in some way, be your emotional, physical, mental, whatever support, however they can. Because it's always good intentions in some ways. But then, two, it's like, they really are, it's easy for them.
Right.
It's easy for them to see you doing so good, and maybe that's what their purpose is to be that big supporter, that's what managers are, that's what hype men are, that's what, the roadies that you be seeing around with most of these people, that's what they're there for. Like, they're there to be that hype man for you. They're there to bring you up like that, and then you see them fall off from those people who come up, because it's only a season and a reason for you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Just jealousy and hate, envy, and all that other shit. All the 7 deadly sins and all that bullshit. So yeah, it's just like I said, y'all. This is not nothing easy. This is not something no cakewalk in the park. Like,
Nope.
and you
Life is
going it's gonna be. And I'm listen. Now, let me speak on this too. When you becoming an entrepreneur and you want to own your own shit, you're not gonna get no sleep. So you might as well go ahead and put it in your mind that sleep is just not something that's your best friend when you on the come up or whatever it is you're trying to do in life. You have got to understand that it's hard work. What's the word? Hard work and
It's hard work and no play.
basically hard work and no fucking play.
You can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah, that part. So I'm thinking as far as sleep habits, you may get 3 to 4 hours. See me when I first started doing a lot of the shit that I was doing, y'all, I was up all night, just writing down shit, thinking of plans like, oh, I want to do this.
Yeah, like you
let's
see,
make this make sense.
right? You see
Like,
yourself there, so you,
yeah, so
right.
I'm already putting my mind on a trajectory of okay, no sleep. Let's get this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get to it. Like,
Yeah.
let's get to work.
Get
Like,
your marketing strategy together.
also, if you got the means of it and you got some capital somewhere sitting around, you might not want to go work a 9 to 5 because that'll take away a lot of your fucking time. Like, literally, like, thank God I got the schedule I got now because I've been asking for it forever. But working a job, a day-to-day job, and trying to see your dreams come true, y'all, it is so fucking difficult. Like, because you'll put 8, 9, 12 hours into a job that's only giving you whatever, when you could have been doing that for your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to find that balance. Let me not say you ain't supposed to work because you still got to pay bills and all this other shit. But if you don't have to work, please don't work. Just focus on your dreams. Like, but if you do, then for those that have to work and still pay bills and all that shit, then yeah, like you gonna have to really find the balance in work and following those things because this shit is hard. Like I ain't even gonna front. Like some of the things I be thinking, I be like, damn, like man, if I could just sit around and pod all day, it'd be lovely.
I'm already knowing.
No,
Like,
seriously.
It'd be so much more content out. Now I got a little rhythm now. Now we got about 6 shows that's about to come on, y'all. They all uploaded to the YouTube channel. So if you want to go on there and hit that, make sure. Let me put it like this: go on YouTube, and you don't pay me enough to care. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe.
Subscribe. We need those subscribers to go up. It's free. Because a lot of people be like, do I got to pay for it? No, you just go on your YouTube app on your phone
And press the red button.
press the red button. Like, that's all you have to do. Like, it's that easy. So if you go on there, it's 6 episodes that's coming on in a couple. Well, one comes on tomorrow, and then you got them coming on on Sundays and Thursdays. And one comes on next Friday. So just make sure y'all go on there and click. Y'all can get notifications to get so the show can come on. Be aware of that it's coming on. So if you hit the notification button, it'll pop on 30 minutes before the show pops on, and then that way. Lyrical said he's on the way. Yay!
Hey.
So he'll be here for the second show. Okay, so look, y'all. Just make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and everything. Like I said, y'all, I actually got 6 subscriptions at the new job I got.
Ooh, see,
I just was telling people about it, and I was just up there subscribe. I was just grabbing their phone, subscribe. Like
That's what I've been doing.
Just
I just be like, hey, they be like, hey, what's that podcast shit? You be like, hey, you want to subscribe? Hey, tell everybody subscribe to that host. Yeah.
So, like I said, we got a show popping on tonight, and I'm gonna get my cameraman to make some actual snippets because I need 6 snippets tonight. 6 of them things, because it's a show that pops on tonight, midnight or 11 a.m. I try to leave it at 11 a.m. in the morning because I know people be kind of sleep at midnight sometimes.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
And tomorrow, I think the episode that's coming on is Grammys. Yeah, Grammys come on tomorrow. Well, I call them Amy's. Yeah, so Grammys come on tomorrow. Money Everywhere comes on next Thursday or Friday. And that Sunday, I think it's Bro Code and some other shit. So yeah, all that other so all the shows is up. I know y'all been wondering like when I ain't been posting no snippets and none, but guess what? I've been doing a lot of fucking editing for the last 2 days, and I finally got all that shit done. So yeah, but yeah. Okay, so let's see what we got. What we got to talk? Oh, we got choosing what to sell. Okay, we kind of piggybacked on that. What choosing what to sell is whatever your ideal is. Whatever your ideal is, you go into it full-heartedly. And like I said, it has to be something that you're passionate about. Please don't just go into something just because you think you can do it.
Right.
Please don't do that. That is the worst fucking thing, because I've done that. Like, where it's like, oh, I can do this, that, and the third. But everything that I put my hands on is something that I really fucking like doing. Like, that I can just like sleep, breathe, shit the shit every day if I could. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, legit.
I be excited to do the shit. Like, and it's not like work. And then you got another thing. Another thing is whatever it is that you're passionate about in your dreams, it can't feel like work. It has to feel like, oh, this is just something I like doing.
Mm-hmm. No, it has to, because passion only gonna come from what you like to do.
Yeah.
You're only gonna be able to build from something you give your 100% great energy to.
Okay.
Don't sell apples if you fuck with oranges.
That part.
But I like apples and
can
oranges.
You make sure we get our shine?
I get that, but what I'm saying, if you passionate about what an orange is, don't go and sell no apples. You feel me? Be passionate about what you.
But what if we can infuse apples and oranges?
Everybody can't do that though. Everybody is not.
Nah, ain't nobody infusing shit. That's the fucking problem.
Hey, what we seen last, that splicing shit.
We ain't on that splice ass shit.
I actually like that movie. That movie was really good.
I told them about the movie, but they actually doing that shit in real life.
Oh, okay.
Splicing animals and shit.
Okay, yeah, I did see that. Okay,
yeah.
Humans and pigs and shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, none of that splicing shit.
Like, I said the same shit. Don't worry about it. I said the same shit on camera. White people.
That on my nerves.
I mean, they compare us to monkeys, so I mean, a pig would be only fitting, I would say.
Yeah.
Pink pig motherfuckers.
Don't do that. Okay, so let's get back to we on episode 28 of Entrepreneurship. We touched on the definition on what it is. My co-host Am touched on what it is. Mm-hmm. Choosing what to sell, that is your ideas. We got marketing strategy. Now this, you wanna elaborate on this a little bit, or should I go into? I mean, because
so with your marketing strategy, after you choose what you're selling, you have to also think about who you're going to sell it to. The dynamics of the age group of people you're going to sell it to, what's popping right now, the outlets that you have to have your brand on. There's a lot that goes into the marketing strategy.
Okay.
You yourself also have to become that marketer. Like you have to become the seller, your main seller. It's just like starting like with Avon. You know how they used to do the Avon stuff, and you going door to door selling this shit.
Sell that shit.
Everybody did, but it taught you how to start from the bottom and raise your market yourself and raise your profit to where you're not just selling to re-up on the products anymore. Right. You got a whole movement going.
So you're saying be the voice of your brand?
Yes, for sure. You have to.
I just be elaborating.
No, for sure.
Keep on coming.
You know, they be slow, so
you gotta do the slow.
You gotta ebonics it for niggas. That's cool. That's cool.
Definitely do that.
That's cool. But just make sure, and you can probably elaborate more on this, but make sure you really home down on who and what it is you're trying to sell to. Because you can, like you said, have oranges that you want to sell, and you really know about apples.
Right.
You gonna sell to people who want apples.
Right.
That's what you want to do.
Can I play devil's advocate real quick?
I knew you would. That's why I said you was gonna pick back up. Go ahead. You know what?
Let me tell y'all something.
Here he go.
The way this fucking market is.
It's a dog eat dog.
Depending on what you selling. Like I always go to this support shit. I don't give a fuck what you selling. You can have, let's just say if you selling fucking t-shirts and it just got on there like I'm a boss chick for women that like that quote or saying or whatever.
Oh Lord.
You can go to a motherfucking spa retreat where it's a lot of women, where you know a lot of women gonna be at. Somewhere where a lot of women gonna be at, and you wanna sell this boss chick ass t-shirt. You can go to this motherfucking spot thinking like, oh yeah, I'm about to get my shit sold. Everybody fuck with this kind of shit over here. Woot de woot de woot. You get there and only sell 2 t-shirts. So, with that being said,
and then she ain't gonna sell about 20 of them bitches in one day.
If you ain't got, because what it really boils down is to who you know. And if you got somebody that's got intel or insight on something that can actually pull the numbers, because that's just a numbers game. Everything you do in life is a numbers game. If they got the intel or the insight to actually push your product because people fuck with them, then it'll get sold more. But sometimes you will see these people on there, which I hate some of these guys. They be like, yeah, I sold all these t-shirts at the back of my truck at one point. Woo de woo de woo de woo de woo. Damn, my shit blown up.
Right.
Bruh, that ain't how that shit went. You had a couple homeboys, the barber that you knew and all this shit, they was fucking with your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some people that you know. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't really know nobody, y'all gotta go out there and seek people that's actually doing the shit that you doing. Like, and that's what it really boils down is to networking. It's the same thing with this podcast shit. Mm-hmm. We can do this every week, but if I don't start having guests on here that can pull people into the show, it's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like big on getting guests that can pull people in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, like, they can get us some subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it all ends up like. It's just like, for instance, with fucking Nike. Nike come out with an all black Air Force One. If Nike ain't have like fucking basketball players and shit, people that can actually put the shoe on to make everybody want to go buy the fucking shoe,
right?
Nobody will want it.
Nobody ain't gonna want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of the times you see these celebrities, they'll say this bullshit of that they got it out the mud, whoop, all this old shit. But they be having people that they know to get them to that place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it just that when it comes to marketing strategy, it's always who you know, and it's always the work that you put in behind the people that you know with. Build those relationships with people, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't just go out here trying to get somebody on the show because you think that they can pull a number in. If I have somebody on the show, it's 9 times out of 10 I already knew you. And it's probably because I believed in your brand, even if you don't believe in mine. I already did my research on you, and I already know who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when y'all see people on this show, sometimes I ask people that I meet out in public. It just may happen that way where you meet somebody and they be like, oh, I do this. And they be like, yeah, I do this. And y'all start to build that relationship that way. So sometimes it happens genuinely like that. But sometimes you got to go them extra steps. Like, it's a political, it's a gamble. It's a political gamble. You know, so marketing strategy is definitely always who the fuck you know. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, like
who you know, and be smart about what like I said, who you trying to sell to and what you trying to put out there.
Yeah.
Don't waste your time on
definitely
something.
Got to be slick at the algorithms and everythingisms and shit like that. So, you know. But
I don't know.
Like, for instance, y'all, like, well, we'll be on episode 30 in a minute. Mm-hmm. I've been doing this since the end of October. So 3-4 months in, 30 episodes. You would think by 30, I should have some pull by now, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
At least 30 episodes would least kind of, to me, that's a lot. Like, and then you got to think about every episode, I'm throwing out 8 and 9 snippets on all platforms.
Right.
But like you said, if you could edit every day like most of these people do, that they pull that type, like they probably post maybe 5 to 10 skits a day.
Right.
If you think about it, because that's their main income, that's their main revenue. So
and
it's like that's what they got. Yeah, and it keeps them at that level of, because you know these social media based platforms. That's what they are requiring of you now. Is for you to constantly have so many posts and be consistent, or they will just take away certain shit that they offer on there for you.
Because even though you post 30 videos, I could post the same 30 videos, but it'd be 2 videos here. Like, I can be consistent every day. So now I'm same amount of videos, but I'm more consistent than you.
And you more precise with yours. You're more
OCD.
Not necessarily OCD. Yeah, definitely OCD, but analytical about it. Like, you want everything to look a certain way and present itself a certain way. Most people don't do that. They just get on and just post shit.
Yeah.
So
they do. But once again, I've learned that from other potters.
Yeah, and you have to.
How to actually put out the right content. Yeah. Don't just throw anything out there. You know what I'm saying?
Because then you'll just be looking crazy. And you're going to be a social media person. And then we ain't going to get the type of people. The point of it, like you said, how you wanted it to be was an entrepreneur thing. We're not going to get the type of people that we want on here if we're just doing whatever is funny.
You want to be who somebody talk about, not who somebody laugh at.
Yeah. I mean, you can laugh at me too, bitch.
But you want them to laugh with you, not at you.
You're going to get laughed at too.
No, laugh at me.
With me.
I like when people laugh at me because I laugh at myself all the time.
That I do. And then on top of that don't do nothing but make me go harder.
Exactly.
Like, oh, bitch, you think this funny?
You thought it was funny?
Oh, you thought it's funny?
You thought I was silly?
I got you. Now I'm about to turn up on your ass. Like, it just fuels me. Like, so... Some people, they get a little down by that shit, and it's like, nah, guess what, guys? Another thing about being an entrepreneur, you're going to have your haters, and you're going to have the people that don't believe the shit. Like, they just going to be like, oh, this is a fucking joke. Like, you know what I mean? So,
like, you're the joke. That's why I'm doing this.
But I say stick to the people that believe in you. I say stick with the people that's rocking with you. Yeah. Like E.T. said on there, if you listen, he said stick with the people that's rocking with you. And that's just what it is.
Phone home, people. Phone home.
Yeah. So, what else? Cash flow management.
Definitely a big thing.
I'm just going to say this one thing with that. Learn how to save your fucking money.
Literally.
Like, seriously, like, let me tell you the reason why I stopped smoking weed. Because one, it was costing me too much. 2, I wouldn't have none of this shit in here if I would have kept smoking weed. Cause I was buying weed like
clockwork,
packs of cigarettes. Like, I had to have it. I was smoking like a damn chimney. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like, it was a definitely need. So another thing, sacrifice is what it is. When you become an entrepreneur and you following your goals and dreams, you gotta sacrifice. And it's gotta be the hardest. It's gotta be the stuff that you love to do.
Now let's talk about that, because I was gonna put that on there. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is like a main thing. I feel like
that's the main thing.
The main thing when it comes to being an entrepreneur, you cannot get nowhere, and that's just with anything. And I've learned that just like when I'm thinking about if I want something or if I need something to happen right now, I'm gonna put it out in the atmosphere, pray on it that. Or, stop myself from drinking it all week. Stop, like you said, stop myself from smoking. You got to give up something to gain something.
Right.
So sacrifice is, that's all it is.
You can't have your cake and ice cream, because that ain't the way the universe gonna supply you.
I mean, they serve it like that when we kids, but when that ain't the platter when you get to an adult
grown shit time.
You can't have it and eat it too.
Fuck this! Like, I want millions. Like,
for
so
real.
My mind is on $1 million set. Like, and even with me smoking, it used to make me lazy. All I want to do is eat, sleep, or fuck, or whatever the fuck it was.
Literally,
whatever my feeling was at the time. So it was like, once I stopped doing that shit, like, my money is in my pocket more. I see clearer. Like, I be so clear thinking. Like, it be like, you be thinking I'm on some crackhead shit sometime, the way I be looking. Like, I be like,
you be stuck in this day.
Like, fuck with y'all. Like, no, so that's what I be so focused. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, too. So it's like,
People be looking at me like, you okay? Be like,
you gotta really find and like I said, it's always gonna be when they come to that sacrifice shit. That is the biggest thing, and I don't know why we ain't touch on that first, but sacrifice is literally the biggest thing to following your dreams. Like, and if you don't sacrifice, you won't see that shit won't happen. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Like, because you thinking you can have this and that. No. You have to give up a whole lot of shit. Like I was saying, give up friendships, family. That's sacrifice.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? As far as smoking and your drug habits and all this shit, that's sacrifice. Not saying that you can't go back to it, cause I promise y'all, when this bag comes, I'm telling y'all now, y'all gonna be like, this nigga smoke. Nigga, I'm with Khalifa. Fuck is you talking about? Like,
we gonna be sitting with a tray, y'all.
And guess what? The weed gonna be in my motherfucking name, cause I'm gonna have my own dispensary.
See, that's how you gotta do it.
Stop playing.
Stay focused. And
What?
sacrifice, and it'll be there.
That's why I'm just like, I'm on some just like next level shit. Like, okay, I can chill out on this for a little minute. I'm cool. I don't need it. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to really give up a lot of stuff. Like, and it's almost like if you really pay attention to energy and all of that kind of stuff, like when you start like doing all your little meditation and reading little affirmations, and it be like the universe be saying this shit to you, like, you want this?
Yep.
You got to give up this. You can't keep doing that, or you ain't gonna never get there. It be like the shit be really talking to you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I know some people think that shit is weird, but that shit is so real. Like, you know,
no, it is. It really is. And I be saving them because I be like,
so
yes.
like, people be like, why you don't do this and this and that? Like, I mean, I'm on a mission. Like, I can't keep doing what I used to do to try to get to
somewhere new.
What's the word they say? You can't keep doing the
definition
bare
of
minimum.
The definition of insanity.
It's a word. No, you can't keep doing something to expect other results.
Mediocre or
it's you can't keep doing your normal regular shit and expecting for something greater to happen. It's a word that it's a saying to that. Like, it's a quote. I'm gonna find that quote too.
The definition of insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
And that goes. We could take that into the skills needed to become an entrepreneur. Like, after you sacrifice everything, because I mean, you gotta have the skills. I feel like you can't just be like, yeah, I'm about to go just.
I already know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna sell everything,
and I'm gonna have millions.
The skills to be an entrepreneur is learn. Pick up a book, read, research.
Research is everything.
Be around people that's going the same direction, or even they got some type of insight on how you can get there. It's all learning. You gotta learn, just like you gotta really put yourself in school.
All right.
Like, I ain't just wake up and was like, oh, I'm gonna be a potter. Man, it took me at least 6 months before I even got to buying this shit.
Right.
So I know what the fuck I'm doing once I do get the stuff and actually start setting it up and stuff. Like, I had to literally like...
Y'all want to know what a good book to read is? And I'm going to put everybody on. And this goes with this too, because knowledge is power. Read 48 Laws of Power.
I got that downstairs.
For real? Mm-hmm. Let me borrow it. I'll read it again.
Yeah, I got that downstairs. It's on that bookshelf somewhere.
That book has taught me so much, and just because I wanted to be like, for a long time I was real hot headed. Like, I didn't give a fuck about self building businesses and credits, and like I didn't care about that shit. I just wanted to be knowing to do what I want to do now. I'm living in the now. So, but when I really sat down, I like, damn, this book really like trying to put me on to some shit. So now that I'm reading it, I'm looking at it like that shit will really show you like, okay, I gotta stop doing. When you said sacrifice, that it has the whole spiel. But when I be talking to people, they be like, "What's that?" So that's why I said that. Go read 48 Laws of Power. That's gonna put y'all on to a whole lot. It's gonna open your head up. Read it twice if you need to.
Yeah, because it's all sacrifice. I promise you. If you don't do nothing else, your dream is sacrifice. I don't give a fuck what it is. Bad. It could be sports. It could be going to school, being a music producer, whatever the fuck your dream is, you gotta sacrifice a lot to get there. A lot. Not a little bit, people. A lot. Like
everything. Your
you
whole life.
Your
loins, everything.
There we go. Yeah, you gotta sacrifice them loins, goddamn.
Your loins, they need to be supple and tender.
Watch the camera, camera, Josh. The camera, Izzy, the camera. You're gonna probably have to put it back. No, you're gonna have to move it because I think it went out of focus. It's still on her?
I touched it. That shit had me. That shit low ball just caught me off guard.
But you gotta sacrifice.
I thought we left that on the last show.
That shit is real.
That's funny.
Did you leave them at your house when you came before you came here?
Seriously.
No.
All right then. They gonna
like even when I'm at this job,
I'm gonna hold them like this.
Even at this job, like y'all, it's like I get the days that I want. But the job is like so, like I'm basically standing up all day. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm standing up for damn near 11 hours. But in my mind, I'm like, I can do this bullshit. Like you gotta psych yourself into the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can do this shit. This shit ain't nothing compared to where I'm going in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know this is the easy part. Like, wait to the part where we actually start getting noticed and we can't go outside for real. Cause people, that's gonna be the difficult part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you start getting the recognition, like. Then you gotta really watch what you say, and people like. So right now we having fun right now.
Cause that is a thing. Like people think when they make it, they can live how they want, and it's like at that point you got so many more rules that you gotta like.
It's common.
It's so easy to get canceled now.
And guess what? And once again with all of this entrepreneurship, you gotta start putting this shit in your mouth. What's gonna happen? Like you're gonna fail. It's okay. Get back up. Dust yourself off. Try again. You're gonna go through all these ups and downs and in this middle part, and sometimes you're gonna feel a lot of the times you're gonna feel like it's never gonna happen and this, that, and the third, but you gotta keep going, like, So yeah, hiring employees. Where do I wanna go with this?
I'm gonna say this.
Let me go ahead.
No, I'm just
say something real ignorant.
And I'm just gonna say, when it come down to your family, don't fuck with family in business. That shit never for what I've seen. That shit don't go right because they feel like because they're family, they feel like they're entitled to something that they're not. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Mixing business and family, pleasure in business, all that shit. Don't work. It doesn't work.
A lot of it don't work.
So stay away from your family when it comes down to that.
Yeah, because I tell y'all one thing. Once I get this building, it ain't gonna be no family working in it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Except for only motherfucker gonna be family is on this podcast, and that's as far as it's gonna go. Everybody know their position now.
Right.
I don't need y'all to do nothing extra. Just do y'all job that y'all got now, and everything else business wise when it comes to assistance, that's on y'all. Y'all gotta have your own assistants and all that shit. But as far as like the biggest shit down the line, hell yeah, you're gonna have your own assistant because I'm not gonna be letting my assistant tug around your book bag and shit when we start traveling and doing shit with other people. We got a guest coming up in a minute. I gotta book them.
The chef.
Mm-hmm. So we gotta go actually to wherever they want us to go, and we gotta do this show. We gotta pack all this shit up and go. Yeah.
He like you thought.
Yeah. So yeah, so yeah, like shit like that, like it's just So with hiring people, like you said, family, leave and give your family a job that they can do that they don't be in your face a lot. Let's just put it like that, because you can hire them, but they just they gotta know their boundaries. Some family members get it, some don't. But the ones that don't get it, not to fuck with them before you even embark on whatever it is you're trying to do. So, yeah. Definitely. Raising capital. Y'all want to talk about that?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So, like we said, save your money.
Save your money.
Save your motherfucking money. That's the only way you're gonna raise your capital.
If you want to go into the whole spiel of, we can talk about banks. Okay, so let's get into this because this is nothing. An entrepreneur, let's get into the paperwork of it all. because that goes into the raising capital part too as well, and cash flow and financial risk. We kind of all of this stuff right here goes into the paperwork. So when you finally figure out the idea that you want, the first thing is you want to get an LLC. I don't care how you get your LLC. You can go to your local state branch or whatever downtown, wherever that is, and you can file that way. Or you can go on LegalZoom. LegalZoom helps you with everything. They do all the paperwork for you. Just gonna pay a little bit more, like me. LegalZoom do every damn thing for you. You just sit back, pay them their money, and your shit is done. And they send you all the shit, and they send you they send you a nice little. If I wish I would have had it out because I could have showed y'all what they send y'all. They send you a whole little encyclopedia thing. It's like a box, and it has your name on it. It has all your certificates. If you want to hire people, get people percentages in the company.
Sweet.
They
so all the paperwork you need as far as running down business shit. Okay,
it's done.
That's perfect.
Calendars. They give you spreadsheets. Nice. They give you the whole thing. And then once they file all your paperwork with the state, they send your certificate stuff with it. Everything comes. So you just got to pay more. First LLC. The second thing you want to do is actually get a trademark for your business. Copyright it. This is the biggest part of it all because people can steal your shit.
And will steal your shit.
And will steal your shit because people out here be biting and shit.
Chuck and Jay-Z.
So get a copyright done. Copyright and LLC is your two biggest things as far as paperwork. Once you get that done, then you want to open up a business bank account. But you do it with your EIN number. Once you get your LLC, you go on to the IRS.gov or whatever, and you file for an EIN number. Your EIN number is like your social security number for your business. So anything you use with that number, you can get a house with that number, you can get a car with that number, and everything is under the business name. It's not your personal social security. So y'all got to get that EIN and your personal social security number. It's two different social security numbers. So so you want to get your EIN number. Once you get your EIN number, then that's when you go open up your bank account, your business bank account. You get your debit cards, and when it comes to the banking system, every banking system is different. So you want to do your research on that too, on who gives out good loans, who will give first-time loan earners for small businesses, and then you have these tiers that we can get into, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But so you open up your account. Once you open up your account, then that's when you go into, if you don't have the money, how am I going to get the money? Definitely got to have your personal credit. Yeah. Because people will tell you this. Tell you that you don't have to have credit to get a loan from the bank. Yes, the fuck you do. So you want to have your personal credit history looking okay. Then your business credit, you might want to start with a small credit card and build that way. And make sure you put everything under the business name. Don't put nothing in. Everything is separate from personal life to business life. So everything, don't put no cell phone like this cell phone I have right here. This is my business phone. It's in, when I go to pay the bill, it says Black Alpha Productions on the name and everything else. So this is my business phone. It's not my personal number. This is T-Mobile. This is Metro. So everything is separate. Addresses, P.O. box. Get you a P.O. box. If you don't have like an actual business building or some type of small office somewhere, get you a P.O. box so they can send out your mail to that. That way you can have a separate address. Camera. Get you a P.O. box. Once you do that, you're fine. Now, when it comes to building business credit,
I was just going to ask you that.
Start with a small credit card. You can start with that. You can start with if you go into the bank and see if they'll give you a business loan. Some of them will give you like $5,000, $10,000 starting out. Depending on what it is and how your credit is looking, and if you can pay the loan back after so much, and you actually gotta write up some type of
contract.
Non-contract. You gotta write up a proposal Write up a proposal on what you're going to use the money for and everything like that, and see if your accountant and all that. Another thing, get an accountant if you can afford it, and if you can't use the bank until you can afford an accountant.
That's what they hire them motherfuckers for.
That part. So, get all of that shit done. Once you get everything done and set up. Now, when I will say this about the trademark, you can still start your business and everything like that and get it going or whatever. Because guess what? When it comes to people trying to steal your shit, you can still sue them because it's already an LLC. Even though at the end of the day, you're going to have to, when you go to court to try to fight for your name and everything like that, that's what you're going to have to prove to the judge, how you've been using it, how long you've been using it. You're going to have to prove that shit. So, always keep receipts for everything. Everything you do, everything you buy. At the end of the year, whatever you buy in your business, it's a tax write-off. So, you get all that money back at the end of the year, which this year I'll be finally getting all my money back for all this shit. Thank God, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. So, next tax season, it's going digital. So, let me see, what else am I missing? Start your bank account after you do all your paperwork. Now the tiers. You got tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. It's a step that I'm missing that I forgot what it was, but it's something that you have to go online to fill out this. It's a site that you fill out this. You set up an account with them, and they keep track of like your tiers. So your tier 1 would be like supplies. Mm-hmm. This is your business loan shit. Like they go in tiers. So your supplies. Then your second tier would be like if you need sheetrock or some shit for your building. Like if you need toilets and the big ticket items.
Right.
If you need a sink,
countertops,
and shit. Tier 3 would be like buying cars, houses, and everything in your business name. So you have to think about all these different tiers. So start with tier 1, which is like the loan or whatever. But I'll put the actual site up on there because I forgot what they were called. But it's some law office. Damn, I can't remember the name of it. But they'll keep track of it, and they'll actually show you how to get loans. They'll help you get the loans. So they'll put you in a tier 1. Like, okay, we're going to give you this loan. They'll help you get the loan. So whatever. It might be $5,000. And what you do with that is you build your business credit with that money that they give you by either putting it on a credit card or whatever. And what you do is you go buy shit, but make sure you're making that payment back. Making a payment towards it. So that's how you build your business credit.
That's how I started out building my credit. I just got a little credit card, buy little toiletries, and then pay it off like $50, $100, and then that's the easiest way to build.
I have a question because you said you could get the $5,000. So let's say I take that $5,000 and I set it aside, and I go get the credit card still, right? Mm-hmm. I could use that $5,000 to pay off that credit card.
Yeah, it's your money.
Okay, I just be because you know, right?
Yeah, you can do it that way too. But then you gotta also remember that $5,000 is a loan, so you gotta pay that back.
Right.
Yeah. So the more credit you build, the better your credit look. You can get bigger loans. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's kind of a give and take. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So do people use loans to pay loans?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All the time.
You just
know you got another loan to pay.
That's what I'm saying. But why would you do that and put yourself in
because you're building the credit.
Right. Okay, so it's all about the credit.
It's at the end of the day,
as long as you're in debt, your credit will continue.
So you build that credit good. Your loans could be $500K, $1 million. Shit, they could be big loans, and because they see that you got a track record of paying your shit. Right. Like you know what I'm saying. But you gotta also remember when you doing all this shit, make sure whatever business that you doing, you making money from your business too. You don't want to be taking out loans if you ain't making no money from your actual business.
Right. Especially when you start to do big shit. Yeah, then they're gonna come back and take that shit like your house, your cars.
Yeah. So yeah, make sure you making money in your business, especially before you go start taking out loans and all this other shit.
Right.
And you ain't bringing no money in to be able to pay the loan back.
Boo the food.
Then you're gonna be fucked. Or you got a 9 to 5 to be able to help pay that loan that you got from the bank.
Right. So, but then you talking about you got a business, but your business ain't making no money. You double working backwards.
Right. That part. There you have it. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, guys.
Let's
so
not work backwards.
Paperwork, LLC, trademark. I gotta put the name for the actual company that actually does all this other tier stuff up for you guys. Then open up your account, get your EIN number first. Then open up your bank account, and you can open up plenty of business bank. Matter of fact, and that's another thing. I always have at least 3 business bank accounts from 3 different banks. Always. Because you can have one bank over here where you deposited money and never touch it, and it builds interest off of it.
Okay.
The other one you use for buying supplies for, like I said, your business. And then the second one will be kind of like personal, like if you have a car note. So yeah, have multiple business bank accounts. Don't just have one. Have about 2 or 3. I say have 3. Then plus your personal bank account. Like that's totally separate. So you have like 4 bank accounts.
And I always tell people, don't forget to pay yourself. That would be like
definitely gotta pay yourself.
Gotta pay yourself.
But at the end of the day, like if you paying yourself by actually following your dreams. So
no, but I mean like because people do a lot of like when you have business accounts. Like I done seen it to where a motherfucker was trying to get a car and they couldn't get a car because they got all the money through the business, but when it's time for you to go buy a car and you trying to do it through your personal, you ain't paid yourself. So like you got to remember to pay yourself.
Yeah,
because once you come to a certain point where your shit is cash flowing and you in there, now all your money going through your business. You forgetting to pay yourself. Everything can't be bought through your business account. There's certain shit that has to be personal.
Well, your personal account, you should have money for that. Because that's a whole different thing. All business is supposed to stay business.
Right.
And then your personal accounts is supposed to stay personal. So whatever in your personal account, yeah, you paying out yourself. So you can put some money from your business account.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to pay yourself.
You can do that. But I'm going to tell y'all this. If you trying to be like Bill Gates, you ain't worried about buying no shoes and no clothes and none of that bullshit. Like you going to look raggedy.
Period.
Or you and if you know how to throw that shit on and look like you got it, like, I can tell y'all where I got these from, but I would never do it. So it's just like you got to know how to throw that shit on sometime without breaking your bank. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's crazy. I had a friend like that, rest in peace, Corey, long time ago, but he used to wear the same H&M suit. Only had 2 white shirts he wear interchange. Every day. Moved out to LA, was where he wanted to be, big promoter or whatever. So he moved out to LA, was literally meeting some of the craziest, richest white people, throwing parties for them, hosting parties for them, and still wearing the same exact H&M suits every day.
Right.
Every day. Nothing changed. That's the only thing he would wear. So it, like you said, if you want money, if you want to put yourself in the position of becoming a great entrepreneur, leave all that material shit alone.
Leave it.
Because you don't need it until, you could get that shit once you get that money.
Right.
Fuck trying to get it now and floss and fake in front of people.
Quit trying to be like these rappers, get loans from the record labels and go buy a bunch of chains and then they broke 6 months later.
And them chains don't even be real. You over here sporting cubic zirconium or whatever.
So yeah.
Lab created diamonds.
Because real diamonds cost real money.
No, for real.
Anywho, but yeah, so if you want to be Bill Gates, a billionaire, look raggedy.
I don't even think he owned. I remember he said he don't even own not one pair of jewelry or one diamond.
It's pointless. But look at his house. He got a whole goddamn damn near island to himself.
No, for real. For real.
A whole rainforest in the backyard.
I think he owned a couple islands.
I know he do.
Man.
So if you want to be a boss billionaire, you look raggedy. Trust me, it'll pay off in the end. Like,
I'm about to go back to my.
Because I tell y'all one thing. After this show, I'm gonna go right back to my flip flops and the t-shirt. Because the next episode, I'm gonna be chilling. Yeah.
I'm about to be in muumuus and house shoes for the whole year.
And that's another thing. I was actually thinking like I'm about a bunch of just lounge shit that I can chill in. Because I don't even like putting on clothes for real no more.
Me either. Unless I'm going somewhere,
unless I'm going out, then I'll put something on. But see, I was sitting up here like, okay, let me throw on something.
Right.
But I'm going right back to my flip flops on the next episode.
Even now, because I'm young, The only thing that I'm gonna put on is some shoes. My shoes just got to be crazy. But when it come down to clothes, I wear shorts and Balenciagas. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? I be chilling.
Yeah. So.
Fuck them
I don't know.
Balenciagas. I'm gonna go get them fake
I
ones
can't.
from the hair store. No, I'm just playing.
I might.
Ooh,
What they
them
call them
shoes?
places? What's them places in Atlanta? Got a bunch of
swap
With them
meets.
little thrift stores, the little
the
swap meets.
what they call them shits? The little
no, they call
the flea market
markets.
stores.
Yeah, the little flea markets.
Fuck around.
Because it's like you go into a whole
I'm
little
fuck
store
around
and it's
going
like
there
a
and see if
whole
they got
bunch of
the
shit.
red boots in that beach that I
I'm
want.
dead. Please don't buy them. Please
I ain't
don't
gonna lie.
buy
I'm putting them bitches right up on the chair, like right up on that.
I ain't gonna lie. If you
What
go,
you talking about?
if you go, I'll go with you.
Right. Fuck you
I
talking
want
about?
some
I'm
of
gonna
the
go in
red
there and see if
boots,
they got
boy.
them boots. Like probably got them for the $50 holla. Fuck you talking about? Like
How you gonna know they fake?
Please don't.
they ain't gonna know.
How you gonna know?
They
gonna
gonna
make
know
sure-
because if you can take them off easy, they gonna be like, nah, that make the real ones. You them
Why
is
that
not the
red
real
look a
ones.
little burgundy?
Why they
I
look?
spray paint them bitches for y'all. Let y'all fuck me up.
You gonna have so many wrinkles and creases in that bitch.
Cause I'm only gonna do it for one day. Cause you only can wear it for one
feet
day.
and your legs gonna be hot.
What?
Gonna be so hot.
Get my Mario and Luigi joints.
Nah, I swear to God, if you get those, you have to run around like you a little Pac-Man. You
Yeah,
have
you got to.
Like, there's no way I would get them shoes and not be acting a fool while I have them on. Like,
Facts.
there's
I'm with
no
you.
way.
I'm
Facts.
with you on that. So yeah, guys, how your paperwork done? I think we
Yeah,
touched on
wrap.
everything on this show, y'all.
Yeah, we did. We kind of touched
We
on the
just
4
wanna-
types. So, I mean, there's more types of entrepreneurship, but those are like the basic small ones: small businesses, scalable startups, large companies, and social entrepreneurs, which is like the main thing that's happening right now. You got your social media people who are make very lucrative money in what they do on social media. Your large companies, that's something you do, like if you're investing in like something like a Popeyes or like, you know, a chain or something like that.
Right.
Your scalable startups are going to be like your starting clothing lines type shit, or you know, something like that, or if you do like web designing, or you know, whatever digital work you do, or something that's like, you know, around across the board, something that everybody needs. Small businesses, same thing. Just
So with the last one, are entrepreneurs born or made? How do y'all feel about that?
I feel like we are born to be made into great people. Because I can remember a quote that I heard from one of these pastors. I don't know which one I was watching. I was scrolling through Instagram. But he said, I wasn't born to be great. I wasn't born to automatically be the best man I'm going to be.
Right.
Like, I was born to make myself become that. If that makes sense.
I can agree to that, because you're not born knowing how to sell. You're just not born that way. You have to learn it. You have to be made. People have to teach you.
I think you was born with it.
You do?
And the reason why I'm gonna say this is because, you know, I always gotta play devil's advocate.
do.
I always gotta go against the grain. It's part of my job.
It really is.
To be an ass.
To be the hater.
So reason why I'm gonna say born, and y'all gonna probably agree with it. I feel like like I said it earlier, your talent is your entrepreneurship. Whatever it is that you're great at, good at, go for it. Like, that's what's gonna make you your millions. That's what's gonna see you to not want to have to work for other people. I don't give a fuck if you good at flipping burgers at McDonald's. You be the best damn flipping burger, French fries, scooping motherfucker.
Better make that shit taste
Right.
like In-N-Out.
That part. If you know how
They
to
don't
make
know
that
about
shit,
In-N-Out, boy.
if you know how to make that shit look like the damn board when I go up there to the drive through and it look like the shit on the damn sign.
Right.
Be the best motherfucking burger flipper that you can be.
And them fries is
So
fresh
guess
as fuck
what?
every time.
Cause we need y'all
Come
too.
on now. Literally,
Yeah.
I need fresh fries.
I
I
need
don't be want no
y'all.
soggy ass fries. You
I
give me
need-
some fresh fries, I'm gonna come back every day.
And I'm always call on you to make my
I'm gonna be like, girl,
I'm
where you
with
at?
you. Right.
This how you get tips in the window. You
right,
know what?
that part.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe you born with it because I believe your talents is your
Your startup.
startup.
Yeah.
So if you whatever it is that you're great at, go for it. Like, and I mean it. Like I said again, you have to have something that you're passionate about, and it can't feel like work.
And I agree with that because you
gotta go.
Okay,
I
get it.
I
get it now.
I think God gives you all the tools you need within. Right. So we all are creators.
So we come from a creative. We're all born with it. I get what you're saying. We're all born with it, but when you try to make someone into being something that they're not, or that's not made for them, then I think that's where that comes in.
And then even with being born with talent, you still have to be taught how to use those talents according to what
some people do. Some people don't.
Yeah.
But that's if you have the passion for it.
I'll tell you one thing. You know how they say you're supposed to go to school and learn everything that you're supposed to learn?
Yeah.
How they use school for every fucking thing.
Right.
Guess what? I ain't go to school for none of this shit.
And the shit I did go to
school for. I
went
to school for the music shit, and I ain't even finished that.
Right.
Guess what? I taught my damn self. Just by looking at other people's shit.
Because you was born. You was born by the river.
It was already kind of like the fire was already lit in me, because as soon as I touched the first camera, it was like, oh, I love this shit. I can be creative.
Right.
Like, it was like a light went off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so after that, like, I just watched a couple things. Okay.
Whoop-de-whoop.
Boom, 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 bang, bang.
Meow.
When it came to all logos and all that shit, I'm just good with art anyway. Like, so that was just always in me. I played the piano. You talked about grandma. Grandma had me playing the piano at 6 years old because I always was into music.
Right.
It was just in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people push you to bring it out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but other than that, everything is already in you, whatever it is you want to do.
Facts. Okay.
So, if you want to be the best fucking stripper, and it's for strippers out there, if you want to be the best stripper on that pole,
buy the best titties,
be the baddest bitch you can be. And go flip cakes, whatever you
flip them coins.
Do what
you could throw a couple coins at me too. I'm gonna collect all of
about. Like, because that's where your money is. That's where all your happiness and success and everything is gonna come from. When you do things against the grain that you're really not supposed to be doing, like working for these people out here being slaves, you become very depressed and you don't want to go to work all the time. You want to quit. And you quit because you don't want to work for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So do what you're passionate about. It could be making shoes. It could be, you probably one of them people you're passionate about social media, for instance. Like, you just want to be on that bitch scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. You scroll on that bitch till your fingers fall the fuck off. Like, I don't care what it is you like to do that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where it's all gonna show who you are. That's when everybody gonna be like, oh, I didn't know that this person. And another thing is, don't listen to nobody else when it comes to your passions and dreams, because I did this too. Everybody was like, oh, you should go to school for nursing because you're good with people. And my ass was like, yeah, I should do that.
Do it.
Went there for 2 years, graduated, got a degree in every fucking thing. Soon as I got out, I don't want to fuck with people like this.
I love old people.
I should have went for art. I should have went for video and theater, because that's what I was doing when I was in high school. Writing plays and scripts and movie scripts and shit. This is all the shit I was doing in high school that I love to do. You know. But I listen to everybody else. That's another thing. Don't listen to nobody when it comes to your dreams, people. Fuck everybody and what they tell you to do. Do it for yourself and what you want to do. And don't let nobody take you off the trajectory. And yeah, I'm done with all that shit. So, y'all got any last notes y'all want to say to anybody?
With that being said, anything that you set your mind to, just do it. I've been told that since I was a kid. I hope everybody tell their kids and more kids when they come up, because we are all destined for greatness.
And it's just like that. You know anything?
I mean, shit. All I could really say to people, like, truly, is if you, like she said, if you have an idea for something, fuck what everybody else got to say about your idea, because at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you to do it. You got to live with your decision. So, do what you want to do because it make you happy, not because you're trying to...
universe.
Right, not because you're trying to impress the next motherfucker, or you trying to... You feel me? That's what... And I see people doing that too. They'll get into something just to impress somebody else, but don't really be passionate about it. You feel what I'm saying? Do something.
That when I went to school.
Yes,
Fuck that.
do something that you want to do because you see yourself doing it 5 years from today.
Like, I like taking care of people, but I don't like taking care of people.
Right. Because I thought everybody used to say that all the time. You should be an RN. I like old people, but only when I want to laugh
When
at
them
them.
motherfuckers get to cussing you out and shit, you be like, bitch,
With
I'll
that
beat
lady.
your motherfucking ass
I
up
love
in here.
sitting there arguing with old
Bitch, you
people.
90
They are
years old and you
hilarious.
got a smart ass mouth. See, that's where I was at. I can't fuck with shit like that. Like, 'cause it take
when
me out
that
of my
video
character.
came out with that old lady was spitting on her,
I can tell y'all some stories, but I'm gonna say it off camera because motherfucker gonna be like, no,
ooh,
he
I would
did.
have watched her mouth feel was so.
But,
You been fucking with the old people.
bruh,
Sometimes old people are funny. I love it.
things I did, and I don't regret it either.
Oh,
But I'll tell y'all off camera. Boom.
Yep.
So yeah, y'all, we on episode 28, and I'm your boy, especially highly favorite host, Sebastian. Yeah,
and
tell y'all who y'all are.
When you said and I thought you was talking about and. So y'all know.
Cousin AM.
Y'all already know his nephew Izzy. Big nephew.
And what you always tell him? You gotta leave with your quote, man.
Y'all stop tricking. Like, stop doing that shit for real.
Damn.
Like, please stop doing that shit.
Stop fucking tricking.
You want to talk about it?
It
And
ain't
that's
tricking
it,
if
y'all.
you got
We
it.
out of here. Peace out, y'all. Love y'all.
Sebastian, you don't pay me enough to care. And they don't pay me enough either. The fuck?